There's a scenario that goes in 2025 that I want to talk about in this video. And if you are an XRP holder, the question you should be asking yourselves is, are you ready? Okay. And we're not doing the Bruce Buffer getting ready for a boxing match. This is not one of those kind of conversations because this is serious. And I have to ask if you are ready for what could happen within XRP moving forward. All right. We talk XRP every single day on the channel. I want to share with you guys a little bit what's going on the charts. I want to get into some scenarios. And regardless if you voted for, Kamala Harris, if you voted for whoever, you wrote your own name down on the ballot, I don't care, okay? But every XRP holder should be ready for what could happen if Trump does get this ball rolling. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. All right. So if you are new to the channel, I'm glad you guys found me. I love some new faces. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join us here on the program. We do talk crypto every single day. And I appreciate all of my subscribers returning and watching this video. And we are going to dive into what's going on right now in the crypto bubbles. This is the third, a little bit over the third day in a row that we have posted gains into the green. So let's take a little moment in time to celebrate that, because regardless of how small these gains have been, this has not happened in a while as we look to string together green day after green day and green day, build some momentum. And then hopefully after all of the tariffs conversation has died down, and after this 90-day pause, before the 90-day pause expires, I should say, we should have, hopefully, if all things go to plan, some kind of trade alignment and agreement within tariffs that we can stop all this madness, because I'm sick of talking about it, and I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing about crypto and how tariffs and international trade are impacting your crypto holdings, okay? And that goes for interest rates aside as well. The macro right now is just ugly, and it's nothing to deter from what XRP or Ripple is doing, but it just sucks being a trader in this environment, okay? And more so because it's not like we were doing bad and now we have all of this doom and gloom. It's more so because we had every single duck lined up in a row, ready to roll, and crypto was ready to break out, and we had all of these strong narratives to go down, looking for that catalyst that was just going to push everything into the next level and the next alt season, whatever you want to call it. And we just kind of got cut short, okay? But it is a pause. I think it is a pause. That is something to be very cognizant about, and I want to share with you guys my thoughts and what is going on with this article that I'm going to bring up to your guys' attention. Please remember, though, none of this is financial advice. These are just my thoughts and comments involving the entire market. We'll dive into coin market cap a little bit and look at how the fear level has shifted from fear to a little bit towards green, right? We were at 25, we were down below 20, and now we are looking at the little bit past the level of 30, not yet to neutral, but we are getting pretty darn close. And as Bitcoin's concerned, just breaching through the 85K on the day. The overall market cap, though, as a whole, we are up a little bit, but we have been hovering around that $2.66 trillion level. And now as this stands at 2.69, it is something to talk about a little further, as the XRP still trades fourth in market cap at $2.08. And I've been telling you guys on the channel, anytime XRP has dropped below $2, that's when I kind of get my eyes open, get all a little starry-eyed to add some XRP to what we're doing. That's just how I've been playing it. You guys are welcome to do whatever you want to do with your own capital. I'll never tell you to buy or sell a crypto. However, if you do want to start trading crypto, I do have a link down below. Check out BTCC. This is my trusted exchange, 14 plus years in the industry. Even if you're US based, spot and leverage trading available to you. Check them out because they do have a lot of volume competitions as well as some promotional value if you do sign up using my link down below. So check them out. And if you want to start trading and it's right for you and where you're located, sign up with BTCC today. Okay. But this is what we came here to talk about. And I absolutely despise price predictions because crypto is truly unpredictable. And anybody who tells you otherwise, you need to look them in the eyes and go tell them to play the lottery, because they must have some kind of crystal ball that tells them exactly what's going to happen in the future. Okay. Not the case. Yes, we can look at the TA. Yes, we can align the narratives. Yes, we can kind of gauge market sentiment and feel out the market. When push comes to shove, you guys, myself, if you're bullish, then you're bullish, okay? No, don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because this is kind of the mindset that will get you wrecked, because there is a lot of uncertainty right now, and it troubles me that we talk about the fear, the uncertainty every single day with crypto. It should be the opposite. It should be the opposite. We should be just, having our good old time trading crypto, watching XRP appreciate, and talking about more so developments, integrations, big news headlines to kind of feel better about holding XRP. Instead, I feel like we're just some pent up animal or some horse in the stable just ready to run, and there is a padlock on that stable just holding us back. And it's been this way for years, even going back through the SEC litigation. We've just been, unfortunately held down for way too long. And eventually I do think that, just natural kind of selection about it, the evolution of XRP, I think that we will one day break free. And that's kind of what we're all hoping for. Okay. But when I said this video was about XRP holders, get ready. This is why you need to get ready. Okay. If Trump does back XRP and Ripple starts pushing it as well, we saw what happened with just a little bit of influence within Trump and the Trump token, reaching top 15 in market cap in just less than 48 hours. Imagine if it becomes the conversation, right, from a national perspective within what the United States government is doing, whether that is good, bad, or indifferent, and how you feel about it. You have to embrace it, because I think it will be very much appreciative of your XRP price action. Okay, that's just my thoughts. It also could do the opposite. It seemingly looks like when Trump does make an announcement as well, it's some kind of buy the rumor, sell the news kind of correlating event that we do see a drop off immediately following. It's been that way. So if you've been shorting the Trump narrative in any kind of tweet or post he's made on Truth Social, on X, it has been very profitable for you since he's taken office. Okay. But let's get into this. This is kind of where XRP has been making headlines. All right, there's a lot of political support that we have to get into, price forecasts, so on and so forth. But Trump has been hinting at a national level adoption of XRP to Ripple CEO, as we all know, Brad Garlinghouse. All right, and this is something where you look into kind of where, even when we had that summit in Washington, D.C., where was Brad Garlinghouse seated? Okay, all the kind of things behind the scenes are lining up. And couple that with the fact that, Trump takes office immediately after. We waited 3-4 years in the courtroom. And then all of a sudden, boom, in less than a few months, we're just done with the SEC. Okay. So putting all the dots together and connecting them, I think this is kind of where I align myself with the potential for XRP gearing up for a major move. And I use the analogy a lot, but I really do truly feel like it's the horse just being held back in the stable, ready to run. And, when that does happen, if we do get that tailwind, this could be a ferocious move to the green for XRP. Okay. So as we kind of go on that narrative, keep hinting at XRP's role for the United States in terms of the digital reserve. We look at the comments from Brad Garlinghouse confirming that he has held direct discussions with Trump about XRP and its utility. This is something where potentially, XRP could take over and replace, not act as a conjunct, but more so just its own entity, and really maybe not replacing the SWIFT banking system, but doing its own thing in a way where transactionally we do get a little bit more adoption of XRP, and that could be something that could be very, very monumental for XRP holders. Okay. But this is kind of why you have to get ready. It's nothing to do really with what's going on in the charts. This is the endorsement that we're talking about within the use case for XRP, the adoption, the institutional long-term perspective of XRP. And this has not been something new, but it is something where now we have the vehicle to push this narrative, okay? And that will come at the hands of Donald Trump, whether you like him or hate him or you can't stand the guy. If you hold XRP, this is a very, very strong ally for that matter in specific, okay? Push the political stuff off to the edge of the road, because it does not matter. If you hold XRP, you want to hold Trump as well, okay? And as we get into 10 years of promoting XRP for Brad Garlinghouse, this is where this all kind of hits the road running. All right. It's been a long, long time since XRP has had a chance to spread its wings, the FUD that has been cast down on XRP, whether people say it's a scam, the escrow's whack, it's going to zero. I've heard them all. Go on X and do an XRP search, and you're going to have a very easy time finding some narratives that do push FUD into the conversation. And I personally don't feel like that's a very strong way to do it, because there's a lot of cryptos, yes, that are in form scams. There are a lot of bad actors out there in the space. We're all aware of that. That's why it's important to do your own due diligence. But as we talk XRP, this is a multi-billion-dollar crypto, and going to zero would just be truly unfathomable, okay? And that's just how I feel about it. All right. But as we look in kind of what's happening for 2025, we're going to go into some expert predictions, and this is where you look into the range of $102 to $2, just due to the weak momentum and the overall resistance in the global markets. That's kind of where you look into kind of more of the glass half full, if you will. Standard Chartered Bank, on the other hand, offering a much more bullish forecast, predicting XRP reaching $5.50 before the end of 2025 and climbing to $12.50 by the end of 2028. Okay, we go into the AI-based models, which I will never let a chat bot or any kind of AI agent bot tell me to buy crypto. They're forecasting $11 or beyond by late 2025 or 2026. So a lot of upside in the works, a lot of diversity within these price predictions. I think you've heard them all within all these analysts, but if we look at the chart patterns right here, and this is courtesy of TradingView back from the 19th of April, which is where we look at the consolidation that we've had essentially since the first part of 2025. Yes, it is a little bit of a downward trend, but it is something where strength during weakness has been a benefit for a lot of cryptos, altcoins out there in the market. It just really truly feels like we're exhausting investor sentiment. That momentum is weakening, but it's still nothing drastic. It's nothing where it is just completely imploding. And that's kind of why I have a lot of room for optimism, because I do feel like this is a crypto that is just being held back in the stable and just ready to run. Okay. And that's how I feel about it. You're allowed to disagree with me. You're allowed to have your own views. And if you're watching this video and basically looking for a reason not to buy XRP, I hope you find that. I really do, because this is just something, when it comes down to my own personal financial goals, I can't afford to not hold XRP. Okay. If XRP was going to hit and I missed out, I think that's something where it's unforgivable in terms of my own perspective. And that's kind of where I may differ with a few people here watching, but that's okay. We're allowed to have differentiating opinions. Okay. And that's kind of what I'll leave you with. So leave a comment down below. Do you agree with all of these price predictions? Are you ready for 2025? I want to hear your comments down below. Let's try to fire up the XRP army. I appreciate you all watching, tuning in. And if you haven't done so already, appreciate if you guys all like this video and subscribe to my channel, where we will talk XRP every single day. And that's a promise to you guys. All right. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.